If you go on to enjoy the video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It does really help me out a lot. And if you're into Funko Pops, I've just started a brand new channel dedicated to them. The link for that can be found in the description. And beat the random lottery that is FIFA points by buying the coins direct from u7buy.com. Use code TVM at checkout for a 5% discount, or if you're a new customer, get 8% discount. The link is down below. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video and the upgraded Mbabu. Not many players have been upgraded through this What If promo just yet. I think, in fact, Mbabu is the only one with the actual upgrading game. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know there are a few on the verge, and we're waiting for probably tomorrow for like the likes of Chris Smalling and Leroy Fer to be upgraded. But Mbabu is now 87 rated. Ignore the red card. You're going to see how he got that red card, but ignore it. Good looking card. I don't actually have the stats of the 85 in front of me, unfortunately. Obviously that card doesn't exist anymore. It's now just the 87. 3-star, 3-star, high attacking work rate. Does kind of confirm my query as to whether the upgrade would also include some form of weak foot skill move upgrade for these players. It doesn't look like they will. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Mbabu would have got a 4-star weak foot upgrade. Remains to be seen whether EA decide to do it for other cards, but it doesn't look like it. It is a shame, you know, in March, in a game cycle where there are quite a few options, it would be really nice to have a weak foot upgrade to some of these players or a skill move upgrade to some of these players to give us yet another option and a bigger payoff rather than just a +2, +3 stats across the board. It would be nice to be able to say, hey, look, we're going to upgrade the weak foot, the skill moves, or even the work rates, for example, just to make the card that little bit more desirable. But I don't know why EA are reluctant to do that. 97 acceleration, 96 sprint speed, which means he's going to be very, very quick. Not the quickest fullback in the game. On paper, acceleration, sprint speed wise, quite possibly. However, because he's got 88 agility and 85 balance and he's 6 foot, he won't feel and doesn't feel anywhere near as fast as some fullbacks. Adama Traore, for example, is broken fast. Even some of the other players with higher agility will feel quicker in this game than Mbabu, unfortunately. I did end up switching round Cannavaro and Walker so that Mbabu is on full chem, so don't worry too much about him only being on 8 chem, but either way, that's the team that he played in. It's a good team. Most of the games were played in co-op. Have played with him sort of solo, if you will, just to get a sort of general gist of how I would play personally with him. He's not a bad card, and I think I'm going to annoy a few people with this review, and it's just my opinion. At the end of the day, if you've used him and you don't agree, that's fine, you know, because you'll use some players that you like that I don't like, and vice versa, and we don't all have to like the same players. In fact, the game would be a much better place and a lot more fun if we all used different players, or, you know, a large variety of players rather than the same 3 or 4 defenders. Every game I go into, it's Gomez or Varane. Every single game. And the odd maybe 1% of people will try and vary it up a little bit and use different players. And I much prefer playing against those teams. Even if I lose 9-0, at least I know they've not used the meta, and I just enjoyed it a little bit more. So this Mbabu card at the moment is nowhere near that sort of overused meta. In fact, I don't think I've played against him once. So he falls into that category. Unfortunately, he does come with a price tag of around 300,000 coins. Now, it does depend on your platform. You might get him a little bit cheaper. You might have to up your price a little bit depending on what console you play on, or on PC. Of course, on PC he's touching 400k, which is just crazy, but still, that is a lot of money to pay for a fullback. If you don't use the 5 at the back, you just won't be involved that much, right? You will not be able to do what I'm doing here and running forward. I should have shot there, went for the drag back for Rooney. Unfortunately, Rooney was sort of running away from goal and he was unable to turn and hit the shot. But if you use a 5 at the back, Mbabu will be more involved and he'll be able to play passes to obviously lead to goals, or he will be able to score goals himself, make runs into the box or down to the byline and pass it backwards, what have you. But if you use a 4 at the back and mainly look at that, he's running forward, he's holding the line, and there he is, he's in the final third. If you use a 4 at the back, you're not going to have that. So there are going to be certain circumstances where I think Mbabu is going to be better for some than others. If you play 5 at the back and you use overlap, I mean, you can use 4 at the back and use overlap, but if you use 5 at the back, he's further forward because the 3 centre-backs push out the wing-backs, right? And they're actually wing-backs, they're not full-backs. So if you were to use, look at that, look at the space on that outside. I saw it with Kaká play a great ball over. It's a really good ball from Kaká. He keeps it in and then looks to play a cross in, plays it to Cruyff, and that is a banging finish. It was a really good goal, actually. I was very happy with that goal. But if you use him purely for defensive purposes, that's the red card, I think. Is that the red card? Yeah, I think it is the red card. I don't know what the clip is coming after. I think this is a long-winded session of play. If you use him as a wing back, you'll get your money's worth 100%. If you purely use him as a defender, unfortunately, I don't think 300k is going to be worth it, just because you're not really going to get the benefit of this card. He's really good at going forward. His crossing is very, very good. He's relatively strong. He's got that sort of 6-foot frame with 86 strength. Does have an average body type, so people are not necessarily going to bounce off him, but he is going to be able to hold his own for sure. I just feel like it's a really good card if you like to attack as well as defend. If you purely defend, then unfortunately, I don't really see the point in picking this guy up, because despite the fact that he has great pace and capable defensive stats, I mean, to be fair, 93 slide tackle is very high, 88 stand tackle is high, defensive awareness is 87, his interceptions are a little bit on the lower side at 82, can't head the ball apparently, even though he's cleared quite a few corners for me. I would argue that heading accuracy is largely irrelevant when you're defending. It's when you're in the opponent's box trying to score is when heading accuracy is to be taken seriously. As a defender, you just want it clear. You don't care where it goes. You just want to get it out, right? So 85 jumping, 6 foot. He's actually quite good in the air, so ignore the heading accuracy. I like the card. I didn't enjoy myself as much as I thought I would, because I thought this card was going to be the next best thing. You know, like I've used the Showdown Kleiber, who is a very good card, by the way, and a card that a lot of people would disagree with me on here is going to be the Informed João Cancelo. That guy is outrageously good, and on paper he shouldn't really be as good as he is, but in game he is phenomenal. He defends everything very, very well. He's very, very fast. He's good at going forward, and Mbabu is all those things, but at a premium. 300,000 coins, is it worth it? In my honest opinion, no. If you've packed him untradeable, happy days. But if you haven't got him untradeable and you have to go out and spend 300,000 coins on this guy, I just don't really see where you're getting your value, unless you use a 5 at the back and you use overlap, and there I can understand to a certain extent why you'd want to use him, because he's very good at going forward, he's decent at coming back. He doesn't have the high work rates that I would prefer to him to have in that situation, but on the whole, he's decent. And if you get him untradeable, he's very good. But spending 300,000 coins on this guy, I just cannot justify it personally. I know I'm going to get hate for it, but hey, it's my honest opinion, and that's what you're here for, right? A bit of honesty. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. If you like him, then that's awesome. Honestly, if you get on with him, then that's all that really matters. But let me know what you think of the card in the comments. If you have enjoyed this play review, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.